Many thanks for joining. This is Breakfast Central on News Central. We are heading straight to the newspaper this morning, and we're starting in West Africa, Nigeria. It seems the Daily Nation is the very first paper this morning. The Nation in Nigeria. Now you can see on the upper left, page 2, police and the LEA rift over Abakari deepens. That's on page 2 of the paper. ASU strike unnecessary. This is coming from the federal government. Ngige has come out to say we paid 100 billion naira. Page 2, you will get most of that story this morning. Now, the major headline here is looking at the petrol scarcity in Nigeria. 5 Petrol Laden vessels from Belgium were turned back. That's what it's saying here. They were turned back. NNPC, while we rejected consignment, scarcity spreads to more states. You can see people on motorcycles. You can see them carrying more than 1 gallon, more than 2 kegs. I mean, yesterday I met someone who told me that she bought fuel for 600 naira a liter. It has gone as high as 600 naira to a liter for the original price that was 165 naira to a liter. But there's more details of that story from the Nation this morning. Ekiti governorship, Oni drops ABGA plan for SDP. That's on page 27. And 8 killed in Aba market. A very sad story. Page 31 from the Nation.
All right, away from the Nation now. Let's still stay in the Nation, but this time we are going to the Daily Nation. And of course, we're going to look at the Daily Monitor, I beg your pardon. The Daily Monitor this morning has the header that says, Church to State in Luwum's name, stop this torture. Church to State. The church talking to the state in Luwum's name, stop this torture. That's what is being said. Well, you can read up everything about it. I'm sure you'll find this information inside of the Daily Monitor. Echoes from the past. Church of Uganda Archbishop says the government can't look on as country wails over torture claims that are akin to events that led to the killing of Janani Luwumi in 1977. So go in there and get yourself the details. Babazi to head Africa Security Unit. That's another story at page 6. You find that. Woman cured of HIV/AIDS. HIV in US. Now, this story was actually trending as of yesterday, and this morning it's right there on page 3. A lot of people have said it's impossible. It did not happen. Well, there are claims and counterclaims concerning this story and the lady being cured of HIV in the United States. So go in there, read the story. I'm sure you get the facts and the details as well inside of the Daily Monitor. Ugandans now prefer smaller families. That's another story. So Ugandans now prefer smaller families, no more big families. So go check that out as well. Then news page 7, government defense extra charges and airport contract. And not forgetting too, you might as well want to take a look at that story. That's all I'll take from the front page of the Daily Monitor.
And from Uganda, let's head on to Kenya, shall we? The Daily Nation, it says, politics. The president's past 2 meetings at the Lodge shape the politics of the region. Uhuru to endorse Raila at Sagana the Third. That's what it says. Now you can see looming tsunami. That's what it's saying here. You can read the reactions. You can get more stories from this from page 4 of the Daily Nation. Diplomatic role with DRC over Ruto's cow remarks. It says here, cows and high waist trousers. Well, it was just a roadside remark, but it has somehow gotten the latest trends in Kenya this morning. You can also see the infographic here talking about the exchange, but you can read all of that story from page 4 of the Daily Nation this morning. Now, just as Joe said from his paper in Uganda, talking about a 3rd patient cured of HIV. A 3rd patient cured of HIV. Kenyan researchers studies the use of antiretroviral drugs. That's on pages 2 and pages 3 of the paper. Now, on the upper right hand side, MPs in 5 billion shilling plan. They're planning to check costs of fuel. Now, on page 34, allocation will top up Petroleum Development Fund. That's another story you will find on page 34. And the last one on page 15, AU Summit must address COVID vaccine inequality. That's what it says from the Daily Nation.
All right, from the Daily Nation, let's move now to the Sowetan and the front page there. Well, Juju won't stop singing Du Bulibunu. Yes, Juju won't stop singing Du Bulibunu. Now, that's a song that's well known, but EFF leader tells court chant is aimed at the system that oppressed Africans and is sung in that context, not a literal meaning. So It's a song that they actually carry out and make sure that it's sung to the oppressors, in quotes, if you put it that way. Go read more about it and find out. Schools still overcrowded, page 8. That's another story coming from the Sowetan. Schools still overcrowded. Look who's back. Some Ganga idols unveils judges. That's got to do with the reality TV show Idols. Page 9, you find that. Page 13, anger over Zuma ruling. And then that big picture at the top there, you'd find that story. It says family members, friends and colleagues attended yesterday's memorial service of the late media personality and actress Cooley Roberts at the Betchwood Hotel, Bucksburg. In numbers, Roberts died last week, if you recall, apparently after suffering a seizure on the set of a shoot. Very, very sad. You can see everyone is sober, not a good time, but hey, it's one thing that we wish the family and share our condolences as well from here. Rape accused, that's told you are not the only one with rights. Can you imagine that? Well, read all about it in the Sowetan.